Welcome back, everyone. This is OG Gaming. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm going to ask for a couple of minutes of your time. I had one of my subscribers talk about, he had asked me if I would do a video on the PS5, my thoughts. My thoughts is this: how big is it going to be? I don't claim to be an expert in electronics. It's quite the opposite. I have like bad luck. Stop it. Anyway, I don't. This is why I get the extended warranty. But back to the video. I really think that you can't make it small. That's not going to go well. I think a lot of people are going to complain of the fans ramping up, which it's always the case. But they do have good fans out there that are quiet when they ramp up. The question is Sony going to go out and buy these good fans? Because they are out there. They're out there. Now, Sony is going to this is just a figure of speech. They might deal with 2, maybe 4 companies that make these fans, and they're going to get the lowest bid. We're going to supply this many fans for this much money per fan, but if they make it bigger, a lot of people, I don't understand why they come out with a big one, then they decide to make it smaller, and then they have a heat problem, and then people are complaining that the fans are too loud, if you have more of a more open, a bigger console, you can probably put better fans in there that's going to push the hot heat out as fast as possible. Very seldomly I hear my fans on my PC go on. I hear more once in a great while. I hear the power supply fan kick in now and then, but not much. But that's another thing that people are going to be dealing with. The PS5 is because it's going to have beefier hardware. So therefore, you're going to have to contend with the noise factor of the fans kicking in. Now, I would rather have paid a little extra to have better fans. But this is what sucks about it. You can go out and buy your own fan and put it in there, but then when you do that, you void your warranty. And I'm a type of person that likes to keep my warranty up to the very last day of it. And then after that, and even though you're out of warranty, Sony won't even touch it if you tell them that you opened it, or even if you don't tell them and you take it to them and they open it up and they say, oh, look, the seal was removed. And you could be basically have a totally different issue. Taking off that little do not remove void your warranty has nothing to do why your PS5 or PS4 is overheating. But that's crazy. They know it's out of warranty. But once you try to get it fixed after your warranty, you better not remove that sticker. Or if you're really good at it, make it look like it hasn't been removed. But just people likes to have a quiet system. They do, and I know that. Now I heard that they're going to come out with some SSD, which they should have done a long time ago. And I think even 1 terabyte is not enough. These games are getting too big, and then you got to factor in the operating system. That takes a good chunk right off the top. That might be, I'm guessing, probably on the PS5, it's probably going to take about 120 gigs just for the operating system, and then you're down to 800 something gigabytes. 800. So you figured you're not that far away from 500. So I think they need to stop making it 1 terabyte and put 2 terabytes in there and do it that way, because I think that the way the games are so big and it's crazy the way the size of the game. Another thing I want to talk about is pre-ordering. I've really been slowing down in pre-ordering games. I really am. And the other day I was just kicking back thinking about it. I go, why is it these people, the companies, want us to pre-order the games? I know why, you know, but it's just like, why do we do it, you know? I think that they have very big backers, people that invest in that company. So why should we, as a consumer, have to pre-order a game when you don't get nothing at all? If you do it on the PlayStation, you get a theme. You know, it used to be, they used to give you a camel or a weapon, you know, but now they just give you a theme. I don't know, but I just think that the PS5 is going to do very well. I really believe people are excited, and I'm one of them. But I question what kind of fans, because that's the big thing, the hardware. What's going to be in there? You know, how many frames per second? You know, is it going to play 4K? You know, can you play some games in 4K? But remember this, and I'll be ending the video. In order to get 4K, it doesn't do any bit of good if you don't have a 4K TV to enjoy or to experience the game. The game got to be 4K. The system has to be able to push out 4K, and you have to have a TV have a 4K TV to get everything looking nice and sharp. Other than that, a 4K game doesn't do any good if you don't have the whole pack: game, console, and TV. Well, those are my thoughts, folks. Now, if you have anything to say or to add to that, be free to drop me a message down below. But I think it's always going to be, we're always going to have these problems with the fans being cheaper fans. Therefore, when they get hot, the system gets hot and needs to cool itself down, we're going to hear the fans. You know, it's almost like the Alienware Alpha. They have two fans. And it's smaller than the PS4. And that, I mean, it's small. It's a heat factor, but it can be done, and that's a computer. So Sony, if you come across it, buy better fans, put them in the system so people could play, and it keeps, if you get good fans in there, it's going to blow fast. It's going to get the part cooled down as fast as possible. Well, that being said, folks, this is OG Gaming. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later, guys.